In this video, I'll be showing you 20 different build ideas for your survival Minecraft world. If you ever get stuck on what to create, this video is here to help and inspire you. Let's get started. Enchanting your tools and armor is one of the most essential things to do in survival Minecraft. So why not try building a quick and easy enchanting house? I built one using stone bricks for the walls and a combination of dark oak and spruce wood for the roof. Heading inside, there's a functional but also aesthetic interior. I included all the essentials for enchanting, like an anvil, grindstone, smithing table, and crafting table. I also added a bunch of chests so that you can store stuff like enchanted books, lapis, and items that you want to enchant. And most importantly, it has an enchanting table that of course gives you level 30 enchants. I stumbled upon an amazing river flowing through this ravine. Sadly, I have no way to cross it without an elytra, but that's alright since this gives me the perfect excuse to build an epic bridge. Linking different regions of your world together with bridges will make it so much more immersive and fun to explore. To give the bridge an ancient and weathered appearance, I placed various moss blocks near the water, simulating moss growth along the stone pillars. And to make it safer for crossing, I crafted a stylish railing design that adds a touch of charm to the whole build. If you hate the sunlight and prefer to live underground like a goblin, why not try building an underground base? To add a touch of mystery, I created a semi-hidden entrance next to this tree. Heading inside, you'll discover it has all the essentials for a survival world. I included a Nether Portal that you can turn on and off.
Wow.
A crafting and brewing area, a powerful super smelter, a lush sugarcane farm, a cozy bedroom for 1 to 2 players, an animal pen, and a vast storage space for all of your items. I also included a level 30 enchanting table and a central crop farm. Don't forget to create a cool gathering spot for all of the people playing in your world. A city hall works perfectly and will also add some interest to the surrounding area. To make the building look grand and important, I added 2 identical towers, intricate window designs, and a large staircase at the front of the building. I also added a lush pathway leading to the building just to reinforce that idea that it's an important structure. I had the crazy idea of turning NASA's space shuttle into a Minecraft base. While this has to be one of the most impractical survival bases, I just can't get over how cool it looks. Using the limited space inside, get it, space, I added a modern bedroom, smelting area, and storage room. If you're like me and hoard every single item that you find, then you know you can never have enough storage. To solve this, try building a dedicated storage house for all of your items. This storage house here has 740 chests, which gives you space for nearly 1.3 million items. And if you're playing with a friend and don't want to resort to communism, you can make a 2-player storage house to keep both of your items organized. Whether you're building a castle or a city, you'll need a gate to get in and out. I designed this gate here to be defensible and imposing so that it can be a symbol of power and prestige. I added 2 different tower designs to keep the build interesting, and I'm really happy with how this flag design came out. For that classic medieval look, I added a portcullis as well as a bridge connecting the 2 towers so that archers can fend off any intruders. Castles easily topped my list of favorite Minecraft builds. I achieved that classic medieval vibe with a blend of stone blocks and spruce wood. But let's be real, spruce works with pretty much everything. I placed the castle on an island to enhance its defenses. And I also added a small dock, providing passage to this majestic stronghold. A fun way to add a magical element to your world is to build a fantasy house. To get that fantasy look, I used a combination of smooth quartz, diorite, white concrete powder, and calcite to create white walls. Then, for a pop of color, I created the roof out of crimson and copper. I love how this build looks in the new cherry blossom biome. It's definitely the perfect spot for fantasy themed builds. I whipped up an amazing farming area by combining some different builds. I got inspired by real farms and threw in a water tower, a barn for animals, and a silo for crops. And I didn't forget to add a small little wheat farm. When I connected everything together with some paths, the whole place just clicked together into one awesome farming area. A tower is a great way to add a stylish vantage point to your world. You can also use the tower to defend the surrounding area. I used a pretty basic build palette, but to add a pop of color, I added some yellow and blue highlights. These colors work well together because they are contrasting colors. Basically all this means is that the colors are opposite of each other on the color wheel. And this tower is also a great spot to take off with an elytra. I love giving my horses a dedicated spot in my world by making a stable. I created individual stalls for each of my horses and then attached them to a larger building that I can use to store hay bales and anything else that I need to take care of my horses. This small crane can be used to get the hay bales on the top floor. And I also added some water troughs to the stalls so that the horses don't get thirsty. I often catch myself building in a similar style and forget how much fun it is to try building in a different theme. That's how I was feeling when I designed this English-inspired townhouse. It gave me an opportunity to try out some different building techniques that I had never tried before. And since it's a style that I'm not used to building in, I referenced this real house that I found online. Definitely don't be afraid to use reference images. It's a really great way to get out of your comfort zone and try something new. Instead of cramming all of your animals in a small fenced-off area, try giving them a dedicated barn. It will help keep your world organized while also adding a beautiful structure to the area. While storing all my animals, I also like to keep items in the barn that I need to take care of them. I've built several barns and I always have a blast building them. Windmills are a great addition to any world. While they don't technically serve any functional purpose, they look really cool. You can add small windmills like I did to this house, or you can build a huge windmill for a large farming district. If you like adding stories to your world, this is the perfect opportunity to explain how people in your world grind grain for food or saw wood. Nether portals don't always have to be so boring. I had the really fun idea of building a crane and then hanging a nether portal from it. To access the portal, I added a discrete slime launcher, which when I activate, launches me up to the portal. If you're building in a medieval theme or want to add some lore to your world, then building a church is a great option. It's a fun challenge to try and build something that looks grand and can also be a gathering area in your world. I'm really happy with how the bell tower came out on this church that I made, and the interior is also super immersive with all the benches and a stand at the front for the speaker. If you like having everything you need close by, try building an open-air survival base. This one here is perfect for 1 to 2 players and has all the essentials for a Minecraft world. The base has a level 30 enchanting area and a storage room with over 70 chests. I also added some furnaces and crafting stations, and a little wheat farm that you can grow crops to feed all of your animal friends. I also added a mine entrance so that you can get all the ores and materials that you need. Crops are something that I plant in every single survival world that I play on. So I tried experimenting with some different patterns to make my crop fields more interesting. I came up with stripes, checkers, lines, and you can even try making little images in the fields. Something I wish vanilla Minecraft had was dinosaurs. I guess the sniffer kind of looks like a dinosaur, but that doesn't really count. I made this T-Rex, which works perfectly as a dinosaur statue or to pretend it's an alive dinosaur in your world. I really love the red and black theme, and I also used a jack-o'-lantern to create a glowing eye. I really hope these builds give you some inspiration for your own Minecraft world. And as always, a super special thank you to my supporters on Patreon. Thank you so much for watching, and happy building.